taken away. And if it ends up being Draven Tristana bot, yeah, just don't be in lane level 2.
Oh, Peter's going to put up the door.
So, also okay. I really love the Braum. I do think that into the aggression that Gen.G is going to show, the Braum is a fine pick. But the downside is that depending on what the shenanigans are that Gen.G are going to throw here at you, at the very least, between the Leona and the Maokai, you have a ton of reliable CC. And I love Draven, that's very tough. But this is, you're calling for it, the Delight special.
That's what makes this from Peter so good, though, because they knew that Delight is a fantastic Rakan player. He was known for it. This was a pretty obvious pick. We were talking about it before we got to the second round of bans. And already, Peter's locked away the Leona that has a very good time into it. So I really like that, switching away from the Braum, which thematically works out with the composition, just to make sure that they can get the leg up over the surprise R5 pick that was coming through from Gen.G. Really nicely done from Peter. I like that.
The downside for Nongshim is that their comp might have looked really good at, if you take, you know, different time periods of metas at one point. But I'm afraid that it will not be a good time, and that, like in game number 1, they're going to get shoved in every lane, or maybe top pre-6 at the very least. There'll be some pressure for Dundun there, and they will get blown up and lose very, very quickly.
Ooh, we're stroking our moustache. Okay, that's interesting. Don't give up. Slam dunk manager's quote.
Question mark?
Question mark. Not sure. Anyway.
Maybe the desk can enlighten us.
I think
with that particular reference.
Yeah.
As I look at, I love the person not in the middle of the frame having the best time.
Yeah.
Well, the fan sign holder, little frazzled as.
I'd be a little frazzled after this if I was
if you can skip the first 11 levels and do no rush 20 and 2 items, love the Nongshim comp.
Heck yeah. Well, I also like Gen.G's comp in that position as well. Let's see whether we do that as we hop onto the Rift. Okay, here we are, everyone, onto the Rift for game number 2. We have Delight's Rakan. Very excited to see it. We have some engaged support action on both sides of the Rift, which is pretty cool. Of course, Rakan can be used for engaged, much more squishy than that of a Leona. Paze has also gone for that ability called Cleanse, which we like.
Good choice. You're gonna need it this game.
I think that will
if you are ever on even footing and you have to fight, but you... Yeah, you really shouldn't be. You're gonna have so much pressure in almost every lane, and you have an Elise, which is arguably the best single champion to kind of cash in on pressure.
Oh, Chovy going to just jump on top of Fiesta. That's a phenomenal scat of the week, but now Fiesta has scat of the week level 1.
Chovy also has jump.
That's true, but he probably wanted to jump on the wave.
You know, the E helps, allows you to get level 2 faster.
True. Chovy also most notably has Firefighter Tristana, the best Tristana skin you can possibly have. I know she's got a lot, and a lot of them are really good, but it is still my favorite.
Also lethal tempo, as opposed to what we saw from Bulldog, which was the PTA.
Ah, yeah, true.
Instead going to go for a bit more ramp up and extra attack range. And today in Challengers, we saw Sandbox Guti also pick up the Tristana in blind. And then Hanwha Live Roamer also picked Syndra against him. And then Guti got a Quadra.
Right.
So it didn't work.
The counter pick was not super good.
Also, Syndra's on a 9-game lose streak.
Yeah, Syndra has not felt very good.
So overall, there are some things working against the Nongshim victory here, but they're not going to let that stop them at all, Atlas.
No, doesn't. I'm not even going to let it enter my mind that there might be a chance that Nongshim could lose this game. Just not going to let myself think about it.
Is Dundun ready for the Spider? Because this is highly highly unusual. This is a top lane gank.
Yeah. Well, hookshot is going to come forward. Tactical sweep comes in. Let's see whether Dundun can make this one work. He's going to look for the all-in. He boops Peanut away. All right, he's on the wrong side of this one. Avoids the cocoon. All right, all right. Doran taking a lot of damage. He has to get out of there. The Q from Peanut. Oh, he's still going to be able to emote before this one happens. I love that. You love to see it, but he's still dead. That's first blood. Holds on to the flash.
Peanut and Doran they both had flash that whole time. They just didn't want to.
Yeah. Another cocoon's going to miss there from Peanut. Still getting his eye at the beginning of this one. As Fiesta will be pushed out of lane. Chovy at level 4, continuing to push. And I feel like Tristana is a very Chovy champion as he buffers the W very nicely. Because Tristana just farms extremely well. And that feels very Chovy to me. Destroy minion waves, leave lane. And he can use what is his new thing, which is getting out of lane, doing a bit of roaming, helping his team. Quite effectively. As let's see this one more time.
Unfortunately, with the shield, Doran more than enough health to stay alive here. Dundun very quickly running out of mana. And I want to again reiterate that, you know, nice sidestep, stays alive for a long time here, but he doesn't have mana, and they both have flash. So there is no point here where there is any illusion of Dundun ever getting up. And everyone knows that.
Yeah. Dundun especially knew that, I think.
Oh, he
was
did.
Just taking them on a bit of a ride,
yeah,
making them earn it.
Even if Sylvie is there, you're not going to win from that position because you might get killed on Doran, but then Peanut will 100% win the early game against Maokai. It's PTA at least as well, which we haven't really touched upon, but scales not as well. So if Genji fall behind, then the AP damage from Peanut will be a little bit less than if he went electrocute. But I'm not too worried about that happening personally.
No, I don't know whether that is
I think he'll snowball just fine.
Yeah, may not be a conversation that we'll need to have. Does have Sork Shoes, now completed. Fine a little bit as far as farm is concerned, and Sylvie will have a lot of utility as this game goes on.
I like your optimism.
Yeah?
He will.
I'm stating a fact of what would happen.
Peanut still has flash. Did not go for the lane gank.
That's all right, we could have a 3v3. Could be on our hands. Peanut making his way in. Not wasting any time, as there's the grand entrance. Not going to find Vital, but he's got to grab at him. Let's see whether Sylvie can get in here in time. Peter going down low. He tanked so well! As into the air goes Peanut, and that is a cash-in very early here for Pays. And, you know, it didn't work, but it, like, almost did for Nongshim, right?
Bit of a champ gap there, unfortunately, as that is already an early cash-in. 300 gold for Pays.
So that's 2 kills.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So the problem there is that even if they throw everything, all their burst into a Eclipsed up Leona on Glacial Orkman, it doesn't matter because it's Draven and Elise. Like, they don't hit the grand entrance. They throw all their initial burst into a Leona, and then Sylvie shows up and he just dies.
Yeah.
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 It's very unfortunate. It's a bad time.
It's a good sidestep from Vital.
It's a nice sidestep, and again, so much damage. And you feel like you should be able to do this as a result, but then look at Pace's autos and Peanut's autos, and just everything involved is just a bad time. And this is why Blind Draven, completely fine.
It is.
Oh, Sylvie. Man with a dream. Doran does have his ultimate available. No shield, though. That's big.
All right, tactical sweep comes in. He's got a speck of mana left remaining, but
Reinforcements
only
are coming.
200 health. All right, Peanut. He's booking it. He's trying to get there. That's an amazing buffer. And Doran, he wants back in. Cocoon going to miss onto Peter. But Peanut knows that he's not going to be able to defend as they don't manage to take a plate. They are going to back away as in goes Chovy, just diving on top of Fiesta. Explosive charge. We'll do a little bit of damage with a couple of autos buffing it up. And look at this. Look at how happy Chovy is.
Yeah, the bad
all
news
these minions
is
so
that
quickly.
Peter went top. They didn't get anything. And Fido is now alone against Draven.
Focusing
and
on the
Rakan.
negatives.
I'm not. I would like to counter, but I'm still trying to talk about the video game. If you want to go away from the video game...
No, I'm talking about the video game. I'm just saying that you know, that was a negative for Nongshim. You know, I think it was a great run. Imagine if Peter hadn't have been spotted on his way up there. I think maybe he even saved Dundun by being up there.
The unfortunate reality of this game is that Nongshim is never going to win, so they have to take risks. And if your risks don't pay off because your opponents know that you have to kind of cheese them and respect it, then it looks silly.
Well, we'll see how it is going to unfold. 8 minutes into the game, haven't had too much happen yet to really push the game one way or the other, outside of the fact that Draven already cashed in pre-7 minutes. Fiesta's laning relatively well. Chovy clearing up waves. Rift Herald up and available. Drake also up and available. No one interested in taking a lone Chemtech Drake. Just a bit sad.
Doesn't matter. Just need to stall the game out. If you are a fan of Nongshim, you just want to see them do nothing.
Well, Peanut.
Hang tight.
Well,
that's gameplay.
No, not about that.
Can't play the game. Have to wait. And then you probably are
well,
still...
here we go. There's the Zenith Blade. Let's see whether Paze can survive this one. He's running for the hills. Nature's Grasp doesn't quite land, and that is the first kill for Nongshim. You were saying?
Ooh, they get a kill. Goes to Sylvie, which not ideal, but we'll take it. Chovy's here as well. Drake? Perchance, Atlas?
Yeah, stack them up. Play for that late game soul win condition. My goodness. They're beginning to believe, as Morpheus would say. As Doran fighting Dundun. Doesn't find the hookshot. Doesn't really even find the tactical sweep. That's fine.
Need we remind you that this Nongshim beats T1, which I still don't know how that happens. Oh!
Zenith Blade's going to miss, and that is Repel to avoid the twisted advance flash out from Peanut. There's the grand entrance. Delight tries to get out of there as the gameplay button was pressed, but oh, Vital, he will be able to pick that one up. Rocket jump for Chovy over the wall, but now he's not in auto attack range. He flashes, the Buster Shot's going to pick it up. He's got another W, and so he'll get out of there. But the Draven is dead. I repeat, the Draven is dead.
That's a double for Vital. Meanwhile, in top lane, King Dundun, all reliable, sees there's no jungler, and he's like, this is free. This is no problem at all, Atlas.
That was the gameplay that you said we weren't going to see. Keep that up. We need to talk about there being no gameplay necessary. No, because as soon as that was said, there was gameplay, and it was exciting. Zara, and I'm allowed to say that word now as well, which really does feel like a weight has been lifted. Delight coming on over, clearing out some vision. As Chovy has Berserker's Greaves, Paze heading towards his Essence Reaver side of number 1.
I do genuinely believe that the composition of Nongshim is so straightforward that overall they can win if we do opt into these early 5v5s.
Vital picked the flash as well?
Yeah. The kid's really good on the Aphelios. You know, we didn't really get to see it last game, but it was his most comfortable champion by a long shot. And here we see Genji's kind of going in one by one, right? Like Peanut is flashing out while Chovy's going in. Delight doesn't have his ultimate yet. And this is exactly the type of shenanigans I talked about in the last game.
You're not supposed to do that. As, yeah, a lot of damage. Green and white guns, pretty good. The good old Calibrum Crescendum combo. Pretty good. Not a condo. He's not buying an apartment.
Aphelios seems like the type of guy who would have a nice decorated apartment.
He would probably decorate his apartment either white and red or white and green, I reckon. Sylvie might be dead, as the grand entrance does come through, but isn't going to quite be enough there. And Paze optimistic on the Whirling Death. Sylvie's sticking around, and Dundun is very scary. Still, Gromp going to be secured by the Spider Lady. Peanut is going to discover that. Okay.
No Drake. 12 minutes in.
No one wants this.
Drake sucks,
Drake, man. Yeah, they really don't want it. They're like, no, you take it. Oh, I don't want to waste my time. As at least Nongshim went for it. You know, they started hitting it. They just went for the team fight afterwards, and you can't really blame them. It was pretty exciting. Doran looking for a back timer. He will go home as Vital clears out that wave. I think it might be a Hex Drinker angle for Chovy this game. Dealing with the gameplay button from Syndra can be quite frustrating.
Feels bad though, delaying your spike. I agree that I don't mind the item pickup, but there's not that much AP damage against Sylvie's poke. It's going to be okay, but not amazing. And as much as we joke around, if you don't fall behind substantially. Like the Nongshim comp is really good.
Yeah.
Like really, really, really good. Because the Genji comp does have amazing dive. It has an incredible amount of damage, but it's also really squishy. Barring, you know, Camille in like late stages.
Cocoon's going to land. Vital. Got a lot of CC and AoE with his guns right now.
And there is a lot of AoE lockdown available between Leona, Syndra, and Maokai. So, comp plays itself. Chovy's roaming down. You see that he gets spotted here.
Distracted by a ward. Distracted as Shock Blast will connect. Dundun doesn't miss those. As there's the flash from Peter, all right. Solar Flare not really going to connect as he takes a fair bit of damage, but now the Moonlight Vigil comes in, Pays nowhere to go. He picks up the kill first. Oh, he cashes in as they go 1-for-1, but now Doran, Dundun, it's out there towards the top side. Not sure what happened there. I'm sure we'll get a replay. Too much action in this game as Chovy is going to stack up that explosive charge, and they will be able to get a few plates here with the help of Shelly. Fiesta able to take her down in the end. So
I thought you were referring to the game, but yes, Fiesta able to hold on.
Well, I mean,
in the mid lane.
Yeah,
can be both. As you point out, getting that kill absolutely huge because means that the stacks not going to go forgotten, not going to disappear as man.
Peter is
Peter on engaged champions.
Yeah,
what a beast. Unfortunately, does decide to walk in there and then does go down. So substantial amount of extra gold as...
Oh, I think Dundun may have... Oh no, never mind. Doran just saw the angle.
Yeah, this is the unfortunate reality of the Camille matchup. Once she has Sunderer and his post 6. Nice emote from Dundun. Not going to get better in terms of side laning, unfortunately. The Camille has the space and the time. You are not in a happy space. Not in a happy place at all.
Dundun discontinued having a good time.
He always
had a good time, and then he discontinued having a good time.
Yeah, for his standards, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's probably still having relatively a good time.
He's Dundun.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah, but like a better time than most, but still.
Still not great.
Not great.
I'd say subpar.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. Below average experience of Dundun on the Rift in this particular game, as Doran has now crested the level 11 mark. And Vital gonna miss the Q here. Sylvie and Peter have turned up as Chovy's down here as well. This turret, not long for the world though. Now gonna have to back away.
So we have on one hand what is about to be a monstrously fed Aphelios with a considerable amount of peel between Fiesta and Sylvie. Peter can help, but obviously more engage oriented. Versus Rakan, Elise.
Well.
Hold that thought.
The light is going to dive on top of Dundun.
TP!
Yeah, okay, Whirling Death, fair bit of damage. Not enough, though, as Fiesta presses some gameplay towards Delight. There's the Nature's Grasp as Delight, just barely out of range. Oh, the knockback's so good! Denying Doran's exit from the fight. And Peanut just walks towards a sapling, isn't able to help out whatsoever. Pays not able to take this turret also as Vital will turn up. 5-5 the kill score. It is neck and neck here between Nongshim and Genji in game number 2.
In terms of kills, yes. In terms of overall gold, I don't know how good the situation is
neck
going
and
to
neck.
be.
28k versus 1k at 16.5 minutes? Nah.
Well, they just got a turret.
Doesn't even matter.
So it's 2k now.
I was talking about back then when I was saying neck and neck.
When you started your
sentence. Then it was neck and neck back then.
So how does it work with the math? What counts? Like when you start your sentence and when you finish it?
Whatever benefits me the most, I think, is
that makes
the
sense.
answer to that.
So overall, composition here for Nongshim looking pretty good. If you can get to Shadow Flame and Fiesta and Vital can pick up an IE.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Neck and neck.
I don't know how well Vital's... Or I do know Vital's going to have to position extremely well, again, against the amount of dives, because Genji can just kind of jump on it collectively, but there is Maokai Syndra, and that alone, when executed well, should be very tough to actually play out. As I'm going to take another look at this. It is a little disjointed here on the engage from Doran. I don't think he actually ends up getting the stun, and as a result, won't have enough damage available. The reinforcements are coming in. Fortunately, Delight is able to get out here.
I think Doran thought he could avoid getting snared by the Nature's Grasp as well with his Hextech ultimatum, but wasn't quite able to do so. That's fine.
is chovying hard.
He is definitely doing some chovying.
He has one kill, and he's just been doing.
See, look
he's
at
just playing PvE.
Yeah, and that's this.
Oh my
he's
God.
on a champion that is probably like the best in the game at PvE.
He is a speed runner.
Yeah.
We finally get it.
All turrets, any percent.
World's first 200%. Or 200 CS run.
Yeah. He's getting there.
Oh my God,
Although
he's so fast.
He's wasting some time here. Hopefully he's the one that locks down the Drake. No, it's going to be Peanut. Very unfortunate. Needs 4 CS to try and get to that mark. As it is going to be Cloud Soul once again. You love to see it. Rift getting real cloudy here.
This is still playable for Nongshim. I can't believe it.
Oh, 100%. They've got Maokai. He loves doing it. They're going to take down 2 turrets as well as now Nongshim. They do find pace. It's a lot of damage as now Doran's going to find his way in, but the tactical sweep goes absolutely nowhere and Gen G have to back away. Have to respect the gigantic power of Nongshim at this point in the game.
Good flash there from Fiesta. If he gets hard engaged on by Doran, might be in trouble. Chovy sees some friends, but is Tristana with ultimate flash and Rakan in tow as well, so not going to be too bothered by any of this.
Yeah, I think he was looking for a Rift Scuttler. Does not find it.
Yeah, he still hasn't hit the 200 mark, Atlas. We are getting dangerously close to sub 10 CS per minute.
I know.
Well, he's not. He still has like 40 seconds to get 4 creeps.
I think he should be all right.
No, there he's running towards the bottom.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
Don't you worry.
Heading towards that bottom side. Pays needs to get a bit himself. There's now Dundun flashing immediately, but there's the flash grand entrance. It's a really dead Dundun. Oh, there does have to be a jump used. So there's that. As the smite will go in favor of Fiesta, and by smite I mean kill of the... no, it wasn't in favor of Fiesta. Why did I think that Fiesta got the blue buff? That's what it looked like to me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, look who has most damage dealt. He died 3 times, but look at the stats.
He's a monster.
He is a monster.
Absolute
That's
beast.
what he does. He's so reliable.
In fact, top 4 damage dealers, entirety of them.
Yeah, but they're still 4K gold behind. Yes! Yes! Do it, Nongshim! I don't think it's going to work.
I mean, they have 3rd highest Baron power play on average.
It's literally 20 minutes, though, that Gen G is
Red-white? Red-white?
Gen G isn't ready. Now they know.
I mean, that is a lot of damage.
Oh, it's a flip. It's a flip. We're flipping!
Oh, we're flipping. Peanut should be able to make his way, and he doesn't waste any time. He flashes, but they manage to secure the Baron. Peanut's dead as well. Vital is massive. Look at the chakrams. There's a billion of them. And there's no Peanut, there's no Baron. Nongshim. Oh my goodness. They're in control.
That's the Challenger special, baby! Woo! Nongshim getting a Baron out of nowhere. Have the 3rd highest average Baron power play in the league. And we're going back to
this. But 2 people presented themselves as a target towards the bottom side. Dundun knew this. He decided to waste their time for a little bit longer whilst instructing the rest of his team to head towards the Baron.
This was actually Dundun's call. You guys might not...
Yeah. Upon heading towards the Baron, they were told that Peanut isn't going to be able to outsmite Sylvie, so he smites it away. Dundun is then going to here be on the top side of the map, baiting the entire team in. Chovy explodes from the unleashed power. It was Dundun's idea all along. Doran's going to get interrupted, but will make his way out because Dundun, he is benevolent.
He knows
just wants
everything,
the turret.
Atlas. They're even in gold. Their comp is insane if you can just straight... Oh. Scary. If you can straight up 5v5,
so
it's gonna come back. It's coming back. Oh no. Okay, he's fine.
He's fine.
Healed up. Yeah. And we have a Fat Aphelios. And if you do get to this point, I think the Nongshim comp is like highly favored.
Solar Flare, massive value. Delight not going to be out of Battle Dance, but does get the next one off, and that'll be all right. Gen G live. Okay, Peanut here in the mid lane is going to grab this turret.
If Nongshim take wins over both T1 and Gen G, I'm going to lose it, Atlas.
Well, I mean, we're getting...
It might be happening.
This game, as I have said before, is neck and neck.
He's just chilling by himself, and that's what Gen G think. As unfortunately does get completely kaboomed, but so does Chovy with Fiesta showing up with the TP. And then, yeah, Doran is able to get out here, does have to invest his flash, which is a lot of aggressive power gone. Sylvie just walks back in turret range just because he can.
Maokai's really
Oh my god, Peter! He just doesn't stop!
No, he doesn't. That is the hook shot in order to get Doran
wow.
out of there. Oh, Zenith Blade was close. Dundun doesn't miss those, and he didn't.
So the game is definitely not over. Not even remotely, because Genji, again, recognized we're not going to win the 5v5, but we do push very well. So just never 5v5, because it's Cloud Dragon. Nongshim is 4 dragons away from an Elder. So
Yeah, only 4 Drakes
we
away.
don't have to fight them. I don't look.
Yeah,
Look what
that's
they're
so
doing.
much better than 5 Drakes away. As Doran gonna buffer the hook shot.
Yes, Camila, he's fine here. Easy, just PvE.
Yeah, this the split push.
Oh no, not
Tristana
again.
is a real worry.
Didn't know. Oh, he knows. He has a suspicion. All reliable, feeling it in his waters.
And they're not going to waste their time. Dundun just going to flip on top of those minions, take them out. So, first Drake for Nongshim on the table here.
Oh my god.
As Dundun's rotating, and
still
Genji
looking.
are just going to take an inhibitor. As Chovy grabs the wave.
Yeah, but they're backing. They can just hold. There's no... We don't have Baron buff. That was taken.
Yeah, but Chovy, how long does it take him to take down this turret is the question. As explosive charge, not going to get stacked up. So Peter, looking menacing, are going to get him out of the way. And Nongshim, they take the first Cloud Drake, the most valuable objective yet to be taken on the map. Belongs now to Nongshim. And Pace, looking to complete his 3rd item relatively soon. Item parity with Vital. The extra money that you get by just being Draven seems to be helping out for now, as Chovy didn't go for the Hex Drinker. He has got a QSS.
I actually love the QSS. It's a very smart buy here. Into the amount of CC that's available. Really going to help out. The problem, of course, is that regardless of overall game state still being salvageable for Genji, is that it becomes way harder to play as soon as Vital hits that 3-item power spike. The 2-item spike is already a lot stronger, but they can just go for Baron again. And I don't know how much there is that Genji can really do against it. Unless they have really good side lane setup, and I want to remind everyone that side lanes in Challenger don't exist, so I don't even know if Nongshim are actually going to set up their side lanes when they go for Baron, or just run towards it with 5 people and see what happens.
And honestly, side lanes are kind of important in this game, given the fact that Genji's composition will kind of revolve around 1-3.
You can see it's really nice as well, like how much traps there's. Oh,
Speaking of traps, Coon's going to be flashed. I don't know whether that's going to be enough to save him as there's Hextech Ultimatum. Coon's going to go for the fight. Double teleports coming in here as Doran does manage to take down the top laner. Unleash power, not enough to take down Peanut. Oh, that looked really cool, but I don't know whether Peter even wanted to go in
Vital!
On that one. He misses. Oh no, the Moonlight Vigil just barely. The Spiderling gets murdered as Chovy flashes away. Can he keep himself alive is the question as Doran goes in. I don't know about that, but Delight is flanking. He's moving on in. The control wards are going down. The Baron, a thought in the back of everyone's mind as it's spawning in 36 seconds. Nongshim going to be able to go back to base, but they're out of a Dundun.
Ooh, by the end of it though, with the teleport being forced, that might end up being somewhat favorable for Nongshim. A really nice attempt here from Genji to take down Dundun, and very successful, obviously, as yeah, he gets out of the way here, right? Yeah, look, to the Zenith Blade with the Chovy ultimate, and then if Vital hits this, he dies. Like that sidestep from actually, like that was
pixels.
Really well done. That's not Vital missing. If
that was a dredge line, that would have hit. If that was like a 4th shot from a curtain call, 100% that would have hit. That was nuts.
Really well done by Peter, because if he dies there, they can probably kill it. And Peter Parker might be on the side of Nongshim, but man, Peanut with some real spidey sense there. And are we gonna? No, we're not gonna. I was about to say we're not gonna engage on Maokai. But importantly here is that Chovy doesn't have his TP now, so you can't park Chovy in the side lane and just automatically win. I can still try to do the same with Doran, but Doran I do think is a little bit slower, which is insane to say because it's Camille, but compared to the 3-item Tristana is still going to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, Chovy can still sit in the top lane, and it was Fiesta and Chovy teleporting at the same time, so it's kind of equal benefit.
Yeah, but Fiesta is not going to care, because he's going to be with his team anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he can't split push. But I mean, that is...
yeah, more so that for what Genji wants to do, I think the teleport weighs a little bit heavier, but for their contest, it shouldn't matter. Oh, Peter!
Oh, the Zenith Blade going to come in there. There's the flash. Battle Dance is going to pull Sylvie all the way over to Peanut. He takes a bit of damage. Otherwise, I got maybe a little bit more enthusiastic than I needed to for that moment.
You don't know how the fight's going to turn out, though. So you need to ramp up.
Yeah, I mean,
give yourself space.
That's what I was going for. That's what I was going for.
Need
to calm down a little
bit. Accelerate.
Cocoon. Xenoblade's going to miss. See? I kept my cool.
Yeah,
kept my cool
this time you did.
Mm-hmm.
Also, no, Dundon hasn't gone for the Manamune. So actually not going to scale nearly as well as some of the other Jaces that we've seen in recent times. Also going to have much less of a fun time when it comes to just sitting there and poking, unfortunately. Double stopwatch available here for Gen G, level 16 on Doran, quite big. And I can't believe this is actually a competitive game. Kind of into it, Atlas.
Me too. Vital, with red and white guns, going to go back home, see what he can complete here.
Does he?
Bloodthirster might
he really needs
ready.
a lot of money for B2.
Yeah.
Don't think. Oh,
there it is.
That's huge.
Stopwatch there as well. So, 3 items done. 3 and a bit done for Pays.
Okay, so before we get into what inevitably will be probably the game-deciding fight, Wincon for Gen G, the Drake doesn't matter. Wincon for Gen G, get on top of Vital and kill him. That does it, kind of. For Nongshim, get anyone on Gen G and kill them.
Yeah.
Anyone will do, right? If you can get Chovy or Pays, that is the best, but Doran and Peanut are also very considerable threats, so it's both about taking one of them down, but most importantly, protecting Vital. You gotta keep him safe. I was suppressing a sneeze, that's why that sounded weird.
Well, Solar Flare didn't quite find Peanut, but he's in the sky. He has to come down in amongst 5 members. The Scat of the Week will land, and Dundon gets his first kill of the game. And now, the Baron on the menu for Nongshim.
That's Nash. They can possess this. And they won't even have time to get anything done.
Nope. As Whirling Death to go for the steal. That was closer than I think it deserved to be. And Nongshim get to go for yet another Baron power play. This game is wacky. Okay, Orb not going to connect onto Chovy. He's got Mercurial Scimitar anyway. Not too worried about it. Gen G also, like, they don't seem that phased about the Baron going down. I feel like they should be.
No, they don't.
But they also just don't seem too phased.
No, if they have faith, they can win this game at any point. It really comes down to the execution as we get further and further in, because they have so much upfront damage. I think their composition is way harder to play. But if you can bait Nongshim in, right, to try and hard commit onto a target, and then the target either lives or stays alive for a second longer, you have a bunch of stopwatches, you have a Mercurial Scimitar, right, all those can make a really big difference. And if any of them stay alive, they should be strong enough to carry a team fight. As
Pays also has his Mythic Power Spike as his 4th item, which is just
we also have 2 stopwatches here. As Chovy did get spotted there.
Sometimes you just want to do a flip.
And we're just gonna hard shove bot.
Yeah, and that's a Nature's Grass. Should be able to create the space here. As they do get pushed back, Doran going to dance away from that as Solar Flare going to be avoided by Peanut just barely. But this inhibitor should go down. There's Gravitum tagging the Camille, and so Inhibitor not long for the world. Chovy splitting on the top side of the map. That's that side lane thing that you were talking about.
Is it really going to happen? Are we witnessing?
Are we witnessing
revolution?
Just the thing that Nongshim do?
I want to reiterate that Gen G don't get tied first place if they drop this game.
Yeah, no, this is really important. Really, really important for Gen G to get a 2-0.
They're still going to be the great spot. T1 themselves dropped the game to Nongshim, but still. As the previous Baron working out. Yeah, when you go up, I don't know who coined that, but must come down, and there's no one to come down to.
What goes up must come down?
Yeah. That's like, what, season 3, 4?
Something to do with gravity?
No, it's. I feel like it's a quote that has been used for Elise a lot. Someone coined that for specifically Elise Recount.
Ah. I thought it was done when that dude got hit in the head with the apple.
When he invented gravity?
Yeah. I don't think he invented gravity. I think gravity was there forever. It's not like everyone was just floating.
That's the joke, Atlas.
Yeah, I don't like that joke.
Well, okay, well, I'm sorry. I don't like your jokes, but I pretend to do anyway. Come on, man.
There we go. That's the difference between you and I. I'm not a pretender. Okay, Gen G looking to defend. Yeah, absolutely.
As Siege still continues. Baron buff about to time out though.
And that power play is pretty good from Nongshim, although could have been better. It's still only 1,000 gold. It means absolutely nothing right now as far as the money, but having the control of these inhibitors is going to be huge, as Nature's Grasp is going to push them away, buying them enough space here to try and lock down this turret, but they're going down relatively low. My goodness, Chovy does so much damage. Pays as well. Now shield bow completed. It's pretty scary as they move over to try and defend these Nexus turrets. And Vital will turn up. So Fiesta's going to cancel the back, and Nongshim, if first you don't succeed, try again. And Dundun splitting in that mid lane, looking for a flank angle as okay, Doran dives on forward. Can we win the fight though, Genji, is the question, as Chovy says yes at first. Peter's going to go down, Sylvie, oh my goodness, that last auto, so dangerous as Doran looking for Dundun. Chovy finding the autos now as there's another reset. Sylvie is so extraordinarily low. And Chovy is closing in. Blast Cone going to connect. And Genji just trying to herd them. It's as if it was the
Look at the base though.
Game number 1. Yeah. They're buying as much time and space as they possibly can.
Alcove Gaming!
Alcove Gaming! While the Nexus turrets are going down, Nongshim, can you get it done? Grand Entrance doesn't work, but it gets vision as Sylvie, oh no, he dies as an afterthought. And that is going to be a triple kill out of nowhere for Chovy. And Doran, he's not wasting any time. He thinks this game's silly. He's looking to end it, heading down this mid lane. I don't know whether they can end, though.
I think they can.
Oh, yeah, maybe they can.
Ooh, this is not that big a wave. And Peter is there. No, I don't know if they can. Should be able to with the teleport. Yeah. Everyone's getting here now. Chovy made sure they are not losing on bot. And even with Dundun, I don't know if he's reliable enough to hold off here, Atlas.
I don't know. We'll see whether they can do it. This is going to be... Oh, the Solar Flare is pretty good. Delight will go down, but he's not part of the damage. Dundun is, though, and he's going to be taken out.
Oh, my God.
I think Genji might have to back away. They may not have enough space. They don't have a wave. They do have a wave now.
He has ultimate.
All right.
Vital's coming up.
Can he actually do it? As oh my god, Chovy does so much damage to these structures. Nature's Grasp comes in. Chovy, you're going to have to take... Yeah, he's just going to do it. And Genji, they steal victory out of the jaws of defeat here in Game 2. Can I say that? Is that allowed?
Quick 2-0, nothing to see here as... Okay, I genuinely need your advice because I have no clue. Do I go for Delight, because he was the one who found that engage, or do I go
Chovy not
for
robbed.
our speedrunner?
Chovy not robbed. Chovy not robbed this time.
I personally think it should be Delight. I'm going to follow you.
I don't know. I just want to give the POG to both Nongshim and Genji for giving us that game because it was a lot of fun to commentate. And I had a very good time on the show.
That was a game where Genji showed that if you can keep a cool head, don't have to lose your hair, you don't have to lose the game, and you can get up to that first tight place. The comp was kind of relying on getting ahead. They didn't get ahead, but in the end, it didn't matter, as in the clutch moment, in that final fight, they found the out that they were looking for. As we said the whole time, one misstep, it all came down to Vital, and in the end, he was unable to stay alive after the incredible amount of dive that was thrown towards him.
No, it was well played in the end.
It was a really fun game, though.
It was. And I think that the composition, even though it didn't necessarily look like something that we're used to seeing, did play out the way that I think Genji sort of designed it to, which was towards more of that 1-3-1 in the later game style of play. And Doran just engaging and saying, this person dies, worked out in the last team fight very well.
And Genji won because they're clearly the better team. We see this in how they execute this fight. We saw this in game number 1. But I really have to give... We joke around a lot with Nongshim because they're obviously one of the worst teams in the LCK, right? Just by standings and in terms of game score.
But they're still...
But it's really impressive nonetheless that a team that got fully promoted with no experienced players out of challengers is able to challenge some of our best teams in the league. And sure, they fall short at the final hurdle, as we see that they're unable to actually end the game. But I still think it's a really cool showcasing of